son had just finished at university at Canterbury, doing a bag, and he was 21. I was living in Sydney at the time, so he came over to have a summer holiday. It was a 21st birthday. It was congratulations on all the good things that he'd achieved lately. And he brought one of his friends. The two boys had gone to school at Kaitaia College in the far north. So this was the country boys have hit town. Sydney in the summer, just imagine. Well, this particular morning, the boys said to me, Rob, we're off to Manly Beach today. Would you like to come with us? I thought, how lovely. The boys have invited Mum to go to the beach with them. Isn't that so cool? I'll tell you later why I think they did. Anyway, we got down to Circular Quay and and I lived in Sydney for 4 years. Got to Circular Quay, we're on the ferry, we were almost at Manly Beach when Richard, my son's friend, turned to me with some enthusiasm, lovely, shining, enthusiastic face, and he said, Rob, he said, I'm really interested in this topic of time management. And then he asked me a question, and before I tell you what the question was, here's a thought. The quality of the question determines the quality of the answer. He said to me, this topic of time management, he said, what's the guts of it? Isn't that a great question? Because what does it do to your brain when somebody asks you such a succinct question? What happens? A very succinct answer, exactly. That's exactly right. And also, we had about 2 minutes before we pulled up at the jetty. So I was aware that we were about to change function, and this was a window of opportunity. I found myself answering to Richard in the way that you have diagrammatically in front of you, but let me just give it to you. That there are 4 things that we need to cover if we want to have some kind of reasonable coverage of time. The big picture, which is our goals, it's how we want our life to be in all parts of our life, because that will give us what I believe is the most powerful time management tool we have, and that is the ability to push back, defer, or say no if the things that are coming at us do not in fact fit with our bigger picture. So that will give us clarity and focus. The second element is the planning and prioritising, and I was saying this to Richard. If we need an understanding of what's important, not just urgent, how can we focus on that? How can we develop a proactive focus so that we're doing things that are going to make a longer term difference and we're building them in? And then the third point is the weekly plan. How can we do that on a weekly basis so that we are not just living our lives in the urgency space, which so many people know about, and more as we've already touched on. And then the daily planning, and I'll be able to answer the question about to-do lists in regards to that. So how do we manage our planning and prioritising? If we have competency with that, then we will become more effective. The third element, I said to Richard, is the tips and techniques. We could be here for days, just about. Good morning. We could be here for days looking at how we improve our efficiency. And I don't think there's ever any stops on that. It's tips and techniques, because all of us need to spend time, well, I don't know about you, but I know I do. Always, I'm looking for process improvement. I'm looking for better systems. I'm looking for ways that we can do things better. There's delegation, there's email, there's meetings, there's rafts of things that fit under that, and it gives us that efficiency. And then I said to Richard, the fourth thing, however, is equally important, and that is, how do we look after ourselves? And that's what I've called sanity gaps, and that is our work-life balance. Well, thanks, said Richard. The ferry pulled up, the boys and I disembarked. They did carry the bags until we got to the beach. And then I think the reason that I was there to mind the bags and provide the money, while the boys enjoyed the scenery on a Sydney beach.